What do Malcolm X, fallen angels, and Freemasonry all have to do with each other? Well, stick around. You'll find out. First, do you ever notice how much Malcolm X's logo looks like this part of the Freemason symbol? And do you know where Malcolm X grew up? Oh, Malcolm X, who used to be Malcolm Little, just grew up in a town named Mason, Michigan, and went to Mason High School. How interesting. Mason, Michigan. And I couldn't notice how M's sideways looked like 33. 33, like 33 degrees of Freemasonry, and a third of God's angels fell, and well, they like the number 33 because they worship the fallen angels. But you see, they don't just worship the fallen angels, they are the fallen angels. And I'm going to prove it. How, you ask? How am I going to prove it? Well, do you ever notice how much Malcolm X resembles someone? That's Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, who even played Malcolm X in a movie. But you see, what you might not realize yet is they tell us they picked Denzel because he resembles him. But no, it's just mockery. He's playing himself to mock you. But no, that's just a ridiculous conspiracy theory, right? Well, do you see the scar on Denzel's head? Right there? Well, I couldn't help but notice how, in the exact same spot on the eyebrow, Malcolm Little, aka Malcolm X from Mason, Michigan, just happens to have the exact scar. What an amazing coincidence. I also couldn't help but notice when their eyes are perfectly aligned that Malcolm has this gouge in his forehead. Do you see that? It's like a hole there, right there. You see that? Well, gee, I wonder if that's on Denzel's head. You see it? You see it in the same exact spot? The eyebrows are aligned. It's right there. It's had more time to heal, but it's there, and you'll see. Denzel. Oh, who is that? Well, that was Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson, who was known to have sold his soul to the devil to become good at music, who was born in 1911 and died in 1938. Robert Johnson, who just bears an uncanny resemblance to Denzel Washington, and don't forget, shared those same marks. And maybe you keep noticing that I'm emphasizing Denzel Washington. And I'll tell you why in a second if you don't already know. But let me just point out how much Mr. Little from Mason, Michigan resembles Denzel. Symmetry was perfect. And remember how I said they like 33 because a third of God's angels fell. And I keep emphasizing El. Well, do you know what Elohim means? It can be God, or plural gods, and it can often refer to the fallen angels. And well, I've been thinking about the Freemasons for a while, and in my heart of hearts, I knew that it couldn't have to do with masonry. And well, I decided to bounce that idea off of my friend Josh Stone Truth on the ShmooTube. And you know what his brilliant brain figured out real fast is that in Hebrew, from the Bible, Ma can mean luminary or light bearer. Do you know who the light bearer is, right? Lucifer. Sons of the light bearer. And they think they're free because they're free from God. Oh, and speaking of God, is that what you think the G stands for in the Freemason symbol? Well, you would be right, but that's because they've made all of us call the Most High by the wrong name. Because God is short for Gadriel, who is a fallen angel known for deceiving Eve in the Garden of Eden. Kind of sounds like the light bearer, aka Lucifer, if you ask me. You see, the Masons don't just worship the fallen angels, they are the fallen angels. And they're here, down in earth, deceiving us. And they live a lot longer than us mere mortals. So what they do in an attempt to fit in and not be noticed living hundreds, if not thousands of years, is they change their characters throughout the centuries. But as a way not to impact free will, they have to tell you Denzel Washington, Malcolm X from Mason, Michigan, Robert Johnson, who is known to have sold his soul to the devil or Lucifer. He is one of Lucifer's fallen third. Well, if you haven't figured out who Lucifer is yet, chances are you may have voted for him. Let me connect some dots for you. The Statue of Liberty is actually Lucifer. And the Statue of Liberty used to look exactly like Elvis. And well, I said they changed their roles over the centuries. Elvis became, and I've proven it dozens of times, go watch the video, and they always tell us not to impact our free will. But even though they tell us, they still mock us because they know most of us are too distracted to figure it out. And they mock us by having their new role play their old role. Their new role play their old role. Their new role play their old role. And their new role play their old role. And their new role play their old role. They're the fallen angels, and they're here deceiving us, getting us to worship them instead of the Most High. And they tell us, and it's all of them. The creator of the Pony Express, Travis Kelce. Satan worshiper, Zena LaVey, Taylor Swift. And all of the presidents and a lot of the athletes and probably all of the musicians. Stop worshiping them and turn your attention upward to the Most High. Because like I said before, I'm not the one that's going to judge you in this test, in this flesh that we are experiencing right now. It's not me. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes, people. I don't really think there are fallen angels here deceiving humanity into us worshiping them. That's ridiculous. And I really don't care about liberating humanity from the lies we have all been told so we can take our power back, because that is what they fear. Us taking our power back, which is basically just turning them off. Entertainment only.